Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review, and this one happens to be an Armaf, and it's going to be Armaf's Derby Clubhouse Intense. And I have Derby Clubhouse Blanche, so I thought this might be nice. The bottle looks a little beat up, even right out of the box. It was, and the plate on here is a little scuffed up, but let's talk about the actual fragrance. I'm going to read you the notes because this one is not on Fragrantica and it's not super easy to find. So this is a woody, spicy fragrance that has a blend of grapefruit, cardamom, and sage, violet leaf, lavender, cinnamon, and spices. So this fragrance, I kind of figured is a dupe, and I know it smells familiar, okay? But I can't figure out exactly what it is because based on the notes, I thought, hey, maybe they're trying to do a twist of La Nuit de l'Homme. No, there's no way. It has kind of a sauvage, like a real synthetic, screechy sauvage background, but with some warm notes. So I thought, I thought sauvage, I thought l'homme, I thought La Nuit de l'Homme. And, it's almost doing its own thing. So this fragrance starts off, you don't get too much cardamom, but you do get a little bit of spices. You get the grapefruit, but really the grapefruit just kind of smells kind of like a synthetic citrusy scent. I don't feel like I get a juicy grapefruit like in a lot of fragrances that have grapefruit. I'd say you get the violet leaf and you get the lavender. It does kind of have that clean fougere scent, kind of like a spicy fougere. You get the sage. You get a little bit of a green cardamom. It's not like a warm one like La Nuit, but although I couldn't figure out exactly what it's a dupe of, and I don't feel like it really smells like anything, it just kind of smells like maybe, it could go, or it could have been meant to duplicate something. I do think it has to be original because typically when Armaf wants to duplicate something, they do. They don't tend to have, too hard of a time duplicating scents. It's just a really clean lavender, sage, citrus fragrance. I feel like although it has like warmer notes and spicy notes, you're not going to really pull too much of that out. This is just a really clean fragrance, and to me, it's more of a dumb reach fragrance. Not super interesting. It's not something that hasn't been done before, but it is pleasant, I would say. I don't think that it has anything that you need. I do like a lot of Armafs, but this isn't one that I feel like I need to have. Again, super easy, dumb reach. And personally, I think if you're looking for a fragrance that's super cheap and you want to throw it in your gym bag, you could totally do it with this. Again, super clean fragrance, nothing wrong with it, but I can't find anything to make it a need for my collection, or really anyone who has a lot of fragrances as it is, which if you're watching this, you probably already do have a lot of fragrances. Performance-wise, I would say fairly similar to Derby Clubhouse Blanche. Maybe a little bit better. I do go nose blind to this one pretty quickly. It has a lot of fresher notes, so I think a lot of times when things have fresher notes, I do go a little bit nose blind to them. I would say you're going to get about 5 hours of longevity, and the best performance in terms of projection and sillage is going to be in the first hour. I sprayed like 20 sprays and I didn't really smell it anymore, so I thought, oh man, I'm just going to wear something over this. But as I was walking through my house, my cousin, who was like 10 feet away from me, said it smells, whatever you're wearing smells really good. And I was like, you can smell it from there? And she's like, yeah, definitely. It's pretty strong. So I would say that threw me off quite a bit because I wore it a couple of times and I never felt, it was when I was running errands. So like, it's not like someone could have told me, hey, that smells really strong. But and I didn't ever got any comments at work on it or anything like that either, but she, that one day, did say that it smelled really good and it was far. However, that was in the first hour of wearing it, and later on, I would say it faded about the 5 hour mark, and it was on close. I think maybe you'll be able to get 6 hours, and hey, you could get a lot more, but for me, that's about as long as I got from it. Every time I smell it, I'm like, I know I've smelled something like this, and I can't figure out exactly what it is. But this is very likely a dupe of something. If you know what this is a dupe of, comment down below. I can't, it's like I'm blanking on it. Every time I smell it, I'm like, I've smelled this. And I think maybe I should go through my collection and just look at each fragrance and think, is that it? But also I don't want to do that. So yeah, again, really fresh, clean fragrance. I feel like you can easily dress it up. However, this is a very casual fragrance at the same time. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. However, it is around like $20. So if you needed it for free shipping, it's not a bad fragrance. Again, you could probably get something around the same price that would be a little bit more interesting. Actually, I don't usually do this, but hold on, let me show you what was more interesting. So this fragrance doesn't get a lot of hype, but I picked up a tester of it to actually reach the shipping minimum, because I actually bought this because I really enjoy a lot of Armafs, and I thought, hey, I'm going to really love this. But to get the free shipping, I ended up getting a Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Urban Feel, and I definitely like this more than I like that. Again, nothing wrong with this, but with everything that I have in my collection, it's not bringing too much to the table. This, I feel, is a really sweet citrusy fragrance. I'm actually going to do a full review, so I really don't want to talk about it too much, but I enjoy this a lot more than I thought I was going to. And this tester ran me like 18 bucks. So it's a pretty nice fragrance. I'm just going to leave it at that. Who can wear this? It's a fresh, clean fragrance. I feel like there's no age range or gender or anything like that. If I had to say which direction it leans, I'd say a little bit masculine. It does have violet leaf. I feel like that's traditionally more of a masculine note. But I think anyone could wear it. I think if you're looking for something super sweet, this is not a really sweet fragrance to my nose. But if you're just looking for something clean that you could maybe dress up, because I mean, 5 to 6 hours of performance, you could totally wear it, you know, if you're doing something at night. Real easy work fragrance, guys. This is not going to offend anyone, and it's really, really clean. I think work would probably be the best place to wear this because, again, really non-offensive, which is what I look for in a work fragrance, although I really don't care that much. And just really nice, clean. I would say that this does have the DNA of a compliment puller, so that's kind of a nice thing. It's mass appealing. Again, it's not different. It's not gonna make you stand out or anything like that. Super basic, but basic isn't always bad. Sometimes that's kind of what you want. And you could also, I would say, wear this to a date night. You know, just... I would probably go with something a little bit sweeter or with a darker note, but you could totally do it. Honestly, super Swiss Army knife of a fragrance. Real clean, real fresh. There's nothing, I would say you could probably wear this pretty much anywhere. Season-wise, because it's not a very strong fragrance to me, I would stick with spring and summer. I would even, fair to say, you could wear this high heat with a white t-shirt and be more than fine. Again, compliments, it has compliment pulling DNA, and I think if I was around more people, if I was able to be around more people, I would have probably pulled more compliments. Because again, basic, but basic isn't always a bad thing. And then price. Let's get to that. Price between I would say between $18 and $22, depending on where you find it, ranging up to $25. I wouldn't pay a penny over $25 in my opinion. Again, real similar to Derby, Clubhouse, Blanche in terms of performance. Armafs, I feel like the Club de Nuit line, most of them have great performance. The Derby Clubhouse line isn't really that good with performance, but they're also cheaper most of the time. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. Let us all know. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!